Hey, how's it going, guys? It's me, Kane, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a revamp of the top 5 best GTA Online DLCs. Now, if you remember, a year ago I made a similar video, which was basically the same thing, my favorite DLCs of GTA Online, and it was just me giving my personal opinion. Now, has my opinion changed? For some DLCs, yes. However, the top 3 has pretty much remained the same. But the 4 and 5 spot have changed a bit. And there is some reasoning, and it's mostly because of time and opinions, changing, and me, learning to, I guess, appreciate some of the other DLCs, and I really am surprised with how much my opinion has changed, and it is absolutely crazy to think that I'm going to be doing basically a revamp of a video I made pretty much a year ago. And I know people are going to be saying, but Kane, are you going to do one for the worst DLCs? I mean, in your worst DLCs you only had 3 DLCs, and those were all from 2017. Look, listen. My opinion has definitely changed massively for my least favorite DLCs. Some I would change, some I would move, but number 1 is still the same. I ain't saying what it is because spoilers and all that, but point is, there are some other DLCs that have released that I don't like as much, and some of them were even DLCs I even had on this list. At least one of them was. So, yeah. Let's get into the top 5 best GTA DLCs. I was literally about to say worse. Like, holy shit, that would have been a fuck up entirely. That would have been. But yeah. Let's get into number 5 of my favorite GTA Online DLCs. Coming in at number 5, we have Gunrunning. Now, I would like to quickly explain. I know there will be people that will say, but didn't you absolutely despise this DLC, Kane? I mean, you even put it in your top 3 worst DLCs. Now, I got some explaining to do. Yes, I did absolutely dislike this DLC a lot. I remember saying it's basically killed GTA Online. Once I did. I can't remember where I said it, but I said it somewhere. And the point is, I was just really angry. Mainly because the fact that the whole DLC was just basically just PvP themed and just militarized weaponry themed. And I know people are going to say, Kane, that helps the game. In some places, yes. In some places, it doesn't. The main problem with Gunrunning, in my opinion, when it first released, was because a lot of the things were a bit overpowered. Example, the suppressor. You can just call that thing in with the MC menu, and if it gets, close to being damaged, you can just call that thing away, call it away, and then call it back in so it's, at full health. Even if you ran out of missiles, you can do that. Just call it away, call it back in. Boom, bada bing, you got all 20 missiles back. And the problem is, that's when the Mark II came out, that's when people really started complaining about the oppressors. But I didn't really hear that much complaint about the original one, mainly because obviously the original one was a lot harder to use over the Mark II, mainly because the Mark I requires actual fucking skill to use. Mark II, if you can see from the gameplay, I'm just bopping around, just using the Mark II oppressor. And I'm completely fine and dandy. I'm just doing a mission. This is footage from my me getting the bunker, a new bunker location video, if anyone's actually watched that. But back on topic. The DLC, in my personal opinion, it did bring some good changes. For example, it brought some cool vehicles in, like the APC, the half-track, the original oppressor, the MOC, bunkers. The business with the bunker is fantastic. I mean, you can make a lot of money from it. You can make pretty much $1 million from that business alone. And with the high demand bonus, it's almost like, you know, Rockstar's like, hey, if you get this sale done, you can have this dosh, yeah. And most of the time, people will do those sales and they will make the big money. And I think Gunrunning was really good because it really helped people make their money back. And I know people are gonna say, but what about research? Now, yes, research is abhorrent. It is just disgusting. It's a terrible system that I really think Rockstar, they should have thought about instead of, you know, doing the way they did. What I think they should have done with research is, personally, they should have made it a contract system where, for example, if you wanted, for example, thermal scope on your Mark II sniper rifle, you have to get 25 kills with the heavy sniper on, you know, 25 players. And it basically, it would be like similar to how Call of Duty, you know, do their kind of like contracts in some of their games. For example, I think it's World War II or Infinite Warfare that has that kind of contract system where, you know, you do this contract and you get rewarded an item or a loot box, microtransactions. But the point is, that's what a lot of people think research was going to be, a contract system, and what we actually got was just probably the most infamous thing in all of GTA Online when it came to earning items. Oh boy, if we knew what was to come on the 12th of December 2018. Oh dear. Oh dear. But research at the time was hated a lot by most of the community, but I do also will have to say where Rockstar did Gunrunning right was the business, some of the vehicles, and even some of the missions that you do to get the discount prices. And I remember myself having so much fun playing the oppressor mission, like the second one where you jump out, where you pretty much jump out the cargo plane on your oppressor Mark 1 and you destroy some MOCs at the docks, and then you destroy another MOC that's like literally getting away. And that mission was really fun, and I remember it. There's also the APC mission, the Doom Buggy mission, not the sale, the actual mission you get for the discount price, and even the MOC mission, that's really good as well. But yeah, Gunrunning, number 5 spot. I think the DLC was really bad when it first released, but if you give it some time, you'll eventually learn to love it. And I guess, you know, a lot of people over time grew to love Gunrunning, and I think Gunrunning was a fantastic addition to GTA Online. However, I do agree, and I'm not going back on my original Honest Thoughts video I released back in the early 2018. I'm not going back on that video yet in terms of my opinion on Gunrunning. I still do think that some of the things that added did damage free mode, but I mean, like I said, you know, boy, we didn't know what was to come. So let's get to our number 4 spot. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the Diamond Casino and Resorts. Now, I have a reason for putting this update on here, and it's for the simple factor of I had a lot of fun when this DLC launched. I have a lot of good memories of when this DLC launched. I personally will say this, and I know it sounds very controversial, but this update was the very first GTA Online update I actually enjoyed in a long time. And I know people will say, but Kane, the only reason you're saying that is because your channel exploded in popularity when the casino update released. So, you're only liking it because it helped your channel out. Fucking pleb. Now, I will admit, when the update released, my channel literally was starting to grow a lot more. I mean, I hit 400 subscribers literally the day before this update released, and like I said numerous times, I can never ask for a better fan base than you guys, and the support I was given was crazy, and it still surprises me of how crazy the support was. But I'm not talking just because of the support from the channel. I'm talking about mainly what the DLC added. And I know people will say, but I can't play blackjack and roulette in my country, which is, Saudi Arabia or Jordan or Spain or Poland. Or I understand. I understand that, buddy. I know some people, to a lot of people, this is probably one of the worst updates ever created. But for me, I know people are going to say, the only reason you like to play the gambling is because your country allows the gambling laws. Look, I understand that. The thing is, I can't control, and even Rockstar, no one can control what your country's government wants about the online gambling stuff. Personally, I would wish that everyone had a chance to play the casino games. Even if you're in a country that has it banned, like for example Kenya, for an example, I feel like everyone deserves a chance to play this update. Everyone deserves a chance to to see how fun this, casino games are. And it is pretty much the same problem with the poker in Red Dead Online for certain countries, because obviously they can't play it because of strict gambling laws. And I still do think, I know people will hate me for this, but I'm like, unfortunately you're gonna have to just suck it up, because if you use a VPN you can get in a lot of trouble, and I don't want you guys getting in trouble for using a VPN just so you can play a little bit of blackjack or poker in Red Dead Online. But talking about what released in the Diamond Casino, I shall get into that just now. And also spoilers for its story. I mean, not many people really give a shit about the story for the DLCs, but there's one or two people that probably do, so a little spoiler warning for you. So, the Diamond Casino has 6 missions, and you work for the Diamond Casino. You do some jobs for them. You basically work for the manager of the casino, Agatha Baker, and basically you just you just do 6 missions, and all it is just going after this the Texans. And if you guys notice my high roller outfit, I wear a hat that's similar to what the Texans would wear. I don't know why. I guess I just like its look. But personally, my opinion on the story, cheesy, and what they do to Vincent is pretty fucking cunty. And most people even know I've actually made a video. Well, I didn't make the video, but I guest starred in my friend Go Burns' video talking about the casino story. It was me, him, and my friend Red. If you want to check that out, link will be in the description. But point is, we gave our opinion on the story, and we basically ripped it anew. And I think the story was pretty bad. But if we're not talking about story and we're talking about the amount of stuff that was given in this DLC, I know people will say, not much, considering the fact that I live in Zimbabwe and I can't play my blooming card games. Well, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I can't spin the fucking wheel. Calm down. But if we're talking about what's in the update, like cars and clothing, and even the masks, they're really nice. Some of the masks that you can actually buy at the casino, and yes, people in the countries where those card games are banned, you can actually still get chips from the teller and buy the stuff from the shops at the casino. So technically they can kind of buy chips and buy stuff from the shop, but it's kind of a weird legal loophole kind of issue. I don't know. I don't know how to describe the whole thing, but the point is they can kind of use the chips, but they have no way to properly earn it other than buying chips from the teller or doing the casino work missions, which is basically the best way I described it on my stream when I first played it, is just reskins of the nightclub jobs that you do for Tony and Laszlo. It's really not that really special. I mean, you do get 5,000 chips, so that's a yay kind of thing, and you know, you can mix that in with VIP work or client jobs to make some extra more money. But personally, I do think those missions are pretty underwhelming, but I do think the cars and the games and the clothing as well, especially the clothing, it's fantastic. And people have been knowing me recently for streaming pretty much like Fridays or Thursdays, where I just show off the new car or vehicle or bike, as in the case of last week's event week. And basically I was just show off what's in the new event week, and I would help people sell their businesses. And I think that's what I'm going to do going on forward, you know, do those kind of streams, just to help you guys make some dosh. You know, because I feel like you guys might need some extra help and might need some extra protection. Just me being considerate. But yeah. Casino update, clothing, fantastic. Gameplay is also fantastic, and some of the stuff they've done in the behind the scenes kind of bit with, especially with passive mode. Fantastic work, Rockstar. The passive pop-in problem has finally been fixed. The weaponized vehicle passive problem has also been fixed. So, I mean, I guess we kind of won. Us boys and girls that want balanced PvP, we finally kind of won. Now, the problem is, Mark II's still around. There's still the autocannon, and there's still people that's going to ruin the experience of GTA Online just for a goof. But hey ho, it could be worse. Like I said, we don't know what's to come next, so hopefully Rockstar, you keep on this little trend of not adding in any more weaponized stuff and just having a good time with us guys, you know, please. We don't want to get blown up anymore. Please. I don't want to. It's not fun. And plus, you know, it's not really fun for when I'm streaming and, you know, we get blown up by Mark IIs while we're helping people sell, just for them to send me a bunch of L's with an Z at the end as well. So, yeah, that's a bit off. But yeah, Diamond Casino, absolutely fantastic DLC. The penthouse as well, I'd also like to say, the apartment you can get, really, really good. The chip currency, I know people will say, but this is basically the same thing as the gold bar currency in Red Dead Online. Yeah, and kind of no. I mean, I could make an entire video talking about that, but the thing is, it just beat me talking about a 1-minute sentence that really, I don't really need to talk about, really, to be honest. But yeah, Diamond Casino, fantastic update. So let's move in to our number 3 spot. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have ImportExport. Now, I know when this DLC released, a lot of people were quick to say this is probably the best DLC that has released in GTA Online in a while. Especially the car community. The car community fucking loved this update. Especially my friend Red, I'm not sure what his opinion on ImportExport, but I'm pretty sure he probably would regard this as a pretty good update. I personally would think this is pretty much my 3rd favorite update. The business that came with it was fantastic. Basically, you steal high-end cars and you sell them off for a bit of profit, and it's really good. I mean, it is really good and really fun. You make a good bit of money, especially when it's double money. It hasn't really been double money in a while. The only time they actually do like money bonuses for this is like 50% bonus cash. They haven't done a proper double money event week for ImportExport for a long time. I think the last time they actually made it double money was before the release of Smuggler's Run. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. It could be maybe even like later. You know, maybe like before After Hours released. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So if someone wants to correct me in the comments, let me know. Like, let me know when was like Import Export last double money, and let me know in the comments. But yeah, Import Export was basically an add-on to the finance and felony business. Instead of, collecting cargo and delivering it to buyers and all that, you'd be collecting cars and selling it to a buyer. Now, it basically sounds like the same thing, but except you're not doing, long jobs, like kill these kind of targets to get this cargo, or wait for a plane drop to get these crates. Instead, in this update is classic GTA. You just run and gun, get the car, and sell it off for a bit of profit. And I find it really fun. I think it was a really good update for when it released, and I think for being the last update in 2016, I think it was a good update. Now, there was some problems, like, the trade prices and some of the prices for some of the cars and all that, and some of the weaponized or special vehicles that they released in the update, but if you get over that problem, the update is pretty fun. It's pretty sound. I think this update, out of a lot of the updates, is pretty underrated, by at least some of the top GTA people. I mean, some people that are fairly big GTA YouTubers say this is a great update, but there's not many. I mean, I don't really see many people talking about this update. If they do, they're really just saying, "Oh yeah, good business, boom, bada bing." You'll make some good dosh from it. People forget about the cars. They forget about the thrill of the update. But yeah, I guess this was a good update. This is a very good update. Import export. The festive surprise that came with it, also fantastic. But yeah, let's get into our number 2 spot, I guess. Why did I fucking mumble then for a minute? Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Bikers update. Now, Bikers, when it first released, a lot of people loved this update. Instantly, this update was pretty much one of the big classics of GTA Online's updates. I think this update, it's really good. I think it's probably the best update out there. I won't say it's my personal number 1 favorite, as we already know what number 1 is, but we'll get into that in a minute. But this update was a good update. I mean, 2016 had bangers of updates. Finance and Felony, Cunning Stunts, Bikers, Import-Export, that whole shebang. Those updates were fantastic. They were really fun to a lot of players. A lot of people would put those updates as like some of the best updates that ever released in all of GTA Online. This update was one of the few updates that was actually, people were like begging Rockstar to make. For example, I remember there was a petition when before this update even properly released, of people asking Rockstar, saying, "Hey, please make a biker update, Rockstar. Please make a bikers themed update. We really want a bikers themed update." And it's crazy. Rockstar eventually made a bikers update, and for the biker community, it's a fantastic update. I think this update was really good, especially when it first released. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play it a lot when it first released because my original PS4 model, let's just say, it overheated and it went choo. But point is, I knew from all the stuff I've been hearing, from my friends and all that, they love this update. They think this is a great update. And even some of my older friends from the old days of the channel, Krogan, Miraz, Sid, if you guys remember them, you guys are legends if you do remember them. They loved this update, They thought it was a great update. They loved this update, even if it wasn't like a proper tuner themed update. They still enjoyed it for the business. The biker businesses is probably the best business in all of GTA Online. The amount of money you can make from the cocaine business, the counterfeit cash business, the meth lab, the weed farm. I mean, sure, granted, the the forgery isn't the best isn't the best money maker for MC businesses, but it's still good if it's double money, and a lot of people still make good money from the biker businesses. Hell, that's one of my main sources of income in this game. That and doing VIP work and client jobs, but we'll get into that another time. But still, bikers was fantastic. The clothing was brilliant for the bikers. Some of the vehicles, like the bikes, the whole thing was bike themed, so a lot of the bikes were fantastic. The Shotaro and the Hakuchi Drag, fantastic bikes, fantastic they are. Like, they're really, really, good. And even the Deadline game mode that they released, fantastic game mode. But I know people are gonna say, but what's your number one favorite DLC, Kane? Why are you saying Bikers is so good when it's not number one? Well, you see, Bikers is good, but there's an update for me that basically is the best update of all time. This update is the Jerusalem, the Mecca of GTA Online content updates. We waited 2 years for this update, and I think those 2 years were worth the wait. Coming in at our number one spot, we have the Heists update. Yes, the Heist update from 2015. This was probably the best update that's ever released in the GTA Online cycle so far of DLCs. This is still my favorite DLC, even to this day, when we had really good DLCs that have come out in recent years, like the Diamond, Bikers, Import-Export, Finance and Felony, Cunning Stunts, Exhibitors and Other Criminals, the Lowriders update, the Free Mode update for the gameplay aspect. I think this was a fantastic update, and I think Rockstar, oh man, this is a great update. I think for the feel of, being a bank robber in GTA Online, it feels natural. And I feel like that Rockstar, they did a fantastic job when it came to, releasing the update. I think what they did was really good. The way they released the content, the way everything happened for this update, fantastic. The guns, there wasn't really many guns in this update. The only gun we got was a flare gun, but still, the flare gun was a great addition. Not the biggest of additions, because obviously it's a fucking flare gun. It's not a bloody RPG. But the flare gun was really good because obviously, you can now just use that, fire it, and basically the rockets that, come out of those Oppressor Mark IIs, they won't go to your vehicle. They will go to the flare. And I think, I know people will say, but why is a flare gun so good? It's good just for that reason, in my opinion. And ever since Cunning Stunts, that's been a thing. Why they waited that long to do that, I guess we'll never know. But back onto the heists. There are 5 heists in the original Heist update. The Fleeca job, the Prison Riot, the Humane Labs raid, Series A funding with Trevor, and the big finale, the Pacific Standard job. I think, personally, all 5 heists are fantastic in their own unique way. But my favourite obviously would be Pac Standard, Fleeca, and Series A funding mainly for Trevor. I know you don't make that much from Series A, but I think it's funny just to see Trevor having a little goof. Humane Labs is also fun as well, especially the finale. The action-packed adventure of the finale is just terrific. And I think it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. The vehicles that came out, like the Armored Kuruma, the Savage, the Valkyrie, the Hydra. A lot of people wanted the Hydra in the San Andreas Flight School update, but we eventually got it. I do think it was a great addition, those vehicles were. The Kuruma was great because now you had pretty much an effective way to do heists and even the old contract missions of, before. So now, I could pop a quick Los Santos connection, pop in the Kuruma, and boom, bada, bing, I'm gonna make me some dosh, an easy dosh, from using the Kuruma. I think also the the payouts for the original heist were good. Pack Standard and the Humane Labs paying pretty much the best out of all 5 of the heists. I think personally, the original heist will always be the best heist. I know people like to do the Doomsday heist and they do love their Bogdan problem, but I would always do a Pack Standard any day over a Act 3 finale. Most people know my opinions on the Doomsday heist, but that's for another time. But the point is, I think Heist was a great DLC. I think it was really good. The payments you get is fantastic. The clothing was great. Even the masks, the paper bags. I remember watching Dahid Dinogla and Louis Caliber playing the Fleeca heist, and I remember how goofy they would, acting with the paper bag masks. I know it sounds like a weird thing to bring up, but I remember watching that video when it first went live, and I was just pissing myself because I found it really funny. Because those masks, they're actually pretty much really, really funny. They're really funny. Some of those masks are. I would also like to say some of the vehicles. I mean, there weren't a lot of it like normal, like suggestion vehicles that released in heists. But the ones that did, like the Kazo, I think it's called, which is the car you get for Rashkoshki, the Letro bike for Pacific Standard, or the Kurz bike, as most people just call it. Those are some good additions. I mean, for the people that are into like the tuner community, it was a good addition. I think overall Heist was probably the best update of all in all of GTA Online, mainly just because of the fun, replayability, and the payments you get from each heist. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, do feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, do feel free to leave a dislike. I just want your honest opinion. If you are new around here and you want to subscribe to my channel, feel free. We are on the road to the big 500, and we are literally just round the corner. Right now we're literally 60 subs away, so hopefully, final push, we can make it to the big 500 before the year is out. I personally will just... I don't even know. Personally, I think, we can make it to the big 500 before the year is out. But that's just me, personally. If you want to join my Discord, the link is in the description, as with my other social medias, specifically the Instagram. Yeah, it's been me, Kane. And before I actually go again, I just remembered something. If you do want me to make a top 5 worst DLCs, let me know in the comments below. I will make a top 5 worst DLCs if you guys want me to. If you don't want me to, then oh well, win some, you lose some. But yeah, once again, I am sorry for the length of this video. I just take my time when it comes to giving my opinion. And yeah, I think that's where we'll end today's video. So, as always, it has been me, Kane, and I will see you guys in the next video I do, or next stream. I don't know which one it'll be. But anyway, as always, it's been me, Kane, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.